Dire team ban.
Underscore Ian too.
Navi's turn to ban.
Navi Kate. The stream can wait for my tweet.
10 seconds remaining.
You put 20
Dire
seconds on.
team pick.
Elder Titan.
Prevent cheating maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hold on.
Navi's turn
Ready?
to pick. Dire
Ready?
team pick.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, where's the other overlay? Oh, wait, it's right here.
Yeah, that's the one. Put that one on, turn the other one off. Switch the audio and then you're good to go.
Ready?
10 seconds remaining.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another day of action here at the Epicenter qualifiers. We're in Group A, and it is myself, ODPixel, and Purge joining you for the first 2 series of the day on the stream too. So come over, stay on this stream. It is the cool, chill place to be. We've got some great games, and we're going to be starting with LFY versus Navi. And of course, well, I say great games, but going into this, it could be scary, couldn't it, Purge? Because Navi have been having a bit of a tough time, and LFY have had a pretty fantastic beginning to this. You know, turning up to an event, beating OG, beating Liquid, it's got to feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're in a really good position, almost guaranteed not to get eliminated. I think that's probably the case considering they started with 2 wins.
Yeah, it must be, yeah. I think you're right.
Minimum, they're going to tie in the middle of the pack. And considering that they 2-0'd both their opponents, that means they're probably going to break ties. So LFY is in a great spot. Seemed a little bit ahead of the meta with the Night Stalker, and not unexpected, it's going to get banned in the first phase. So,
well, talking about first phase, that Elder Titan pick, we saw them do that yesterday in the game against Liquid, where he just smashed Matumba Man in the face with the stapler. It was pretty damn brutal. But first pick, I mean, this hero, why do you take it this early? It's a lot of other teams, they ignore this hero.
yeah, as a support, the hero's definitely been nerfed repeatedly for a long time, but his core stuff has been buffed a couple times. He's got 10 strength, perk at 10. His 15, I can't remember what that one does, but I think it's like stomp damage or...
You're right, it's plus 30 on the Echo Stomp, but I believe the other one's better.
Might be HP again.
I think it is. I think it's like plus 1
Yeah,
something.
so you can go HP, then it's like 70 attack speed or something, 50 attack speed. It's really good.
Yeah, plus 50 attack speed.
So as a core, he's still decent. In lane, he needs a little bit of coverage, though. His armor's not amazing, but he does trade well. His spirit does a lot of damage level 1. It got buffed a couple times, so... if your enemy tri-lane is a little bit weak disable-wise, he's a great hero. Against the Disruptor, definitely works.
I like this as well. You know, LFY already making a name for themselves. Navi with the Zeus ban. You know, something that the LFY have shown us that they absolutely make work on that bottom lane. They're so good at shutting down a safe lane with the Zeus play, and obviously Zeus and Elder Titan, that as a combination would be pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's really effective. I mean, because you're basically getting 25% spell amp automatically just for Elder Titan having his aura maxed out. So it works really well. Their other pick is going to be a Slardar, which is, I would say, pretty good against Elder Titan. Low armor hero, Crystal Maiden, low armor hero. I think it's going to be effective here for setting tempo, and that'll be their 4 position. So I think it'll be a little tough for those 2 heroes to deal with the Slardar in the game.
Yeah, for sure. I think Navi are going to be pretty happy with their opening. Having that, the Slardar Darkseer combination, Disruptor as well, something that the CIS sides are very, very strong with. And I've seen Navi themselves bringing it out back at the online games and previous events, and they're happy with this. Disruptor, Darkseer, Slardar, LGD looking to capitalize on the Elder Titan power. They get that magical burst. Lena's going to be the pick, as I imagine it should be in the mid lane. But we never know if LGD.Forever. They may want to try stuff out and put it in a support capacity. We'll see. I guess, yeah, unlikely.
I'd be real surprised.
Yeah, unless they were going to give that bottom lane to him as a core.
Lena's really effective in the mid lane right now anyways. Navi doesn't have to do their pick just yet, so they actually get last picks. I think they're in a great position right now, because I think their 4 picks that they currently have are very effective against LGD.Forever. Lifestealer has lots of ways to work around the enemy team with Rage. He does have to worry about after Rage runs out, but he's got Slardar Bomb potential, Darkseer Ion Shell early potential. The only thing they're missing is maybe a mobile mid that could get Lifestealer into bombs earlier than what he currently can do. And this is one of the big downsides, is that they're going to be able to grab a Terrorblade, which is really good against Lifestealer.
Absolutely, against this whole kind of minus armor strat that Navi are doing, picking something like this, because magical damage, there's no magical burst really from Navi, and that is the weakness of TB. Maybe something they can rectify with the final pick for Dendi. I mean, something
Dire
maybe like a
team
Shadow
back.
Fiend is still there, but again, I guess then you have a tough time in lane. But then at the same time,
Nah,
you've got
he
the
won't have stuff.
Razors.
He's got to do like a Quap or a Storm
Quap?
mid,
Okay.
most likely. I think
Yeah.
both of those will work just fine, really. So I think Navi's in a good spot. I think they can grab either. I mean, Dendy plays Quap literally all the time
10
anyway,
seconds
so
remaining.
Yeah.
they would be a little bit all in on Lifestealer as a core, but I think it'd work just fine this
5
game, assuming their
seconds
trialing
remaining.
goes okay.
Yeah, so they get ahead of the
That's the
start.
scary part, because they've got to make sure that Elder Titan doesn't just like snowball
Dire
over their
team
supports,
pick.
but considering one's going to be Slardar maybe,
Yeah.
I think it's okay. With that said, Slardar probably wants to go to the offlane first to combo with Darkseer to make
Navi's
Darkseer's
turn
space
to
better,
pick.
so maybe Elder Titan can get away with a lot here, and maybe that's a lot of the reason that he's effective offlane. With that said, Omni Knight pick makes it clear that Elder Titan's probably support now.
Yes. Yeah.
I think they don't feel comfortable going up against Lifestealer, Slardar, Disruptor. It's too dangerous. If he gets
10
open wounds, he's
seconds
probably
remaining.
dead, I feel, because his survivability is not enough, and he won't be able to trade successfully
5
when he's that
seconds
slow.
remaining.
So probably just Omni Knight, so Disruptor, Lifestealer versus Omni. It's pretty good
Reserve time.
for both, I would say.
Ah,
And they're going to go for a Tinker. So
okay, so
kind of covers it.
you know, as we said, they don't really have the magical. Now they do. I mean, Tinker, certainly if he has a good start, can be an issue for the team. I don't feel like it's necessarily going to be an easy lane, though, for Dendy in the middle.
Yeah.
Super's going to be pretty scary. Dendy's going to need backup, and maybe Snake and Piper babysit him, but it could be tough in the middle.
Yeah, those two heroes can definitely roam on him. Crystal made an Elder Titan. It's pretty dangerous. So if they even if Elder Titan just shows up with Spirit and Stomp, and he gets the Stomp off on Tinker, Tinker probably dies anyways, because then that's going to be a reliable stun for Lina. She can do a Dragon Slave and attack a bunch of times afterwards. She does have to kill him before she gets lasered, but once she hits 6, like she kills Dendy every time that happens. So it's a little dangerous. But if Dendy gets to a decent position in terms of gold advantage, and he's got Ags, he can definitely stop the push of LFY. So I actually
guess.
really like the Navi draft.
You do. I mean,
I think it's pretty good.
Picking the Tinker when there's an Omni Knight in the game, is that also... Because surely that Omni, you're going to be wanting to bring down the
That's true.
Terrorblade of some sort, and then at the end of the day, a Repel is just going to put a stop to all the rearming in the world that, you know, Dendy's going to be coming out with.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Might be a little bit tough there to deal with it, but I think they have some tools. I think
Okay.
they can make it happen.
Well, let's have a look indeed. As we get ourselves into this first game at the first series on Stream 2 at Epicenter. Navi versus LFY. The draft's complete. Just a little bit of a pause here. Hopefully we'll get ourselves on. But you say, yeah, I feel as well, Navi, they've got a very Navi draft. This is a comfort draft. We saw with some of the picks, you know, there was no hesitation with the Lifestealer. They knew exactly what they wanted. And I'm pretty sure, you know, if you look back at the history of Navi, this is a lineup this exact lineup I'm sure they've come out with in games beforehand. And it's just the fact they're doing it against LFY, the team that is having an amazing start to the LAN here in the group stages. And we'll see if they can look to continue it.
I think they should be able to. I have a lot of faith in them right now. I think all their players are fantastic. Afu's been doing great, fitting into the team as the 4th position. He's been getting a lot of really good things done. Pretty much all their players are fantastic, I think.
Yeah, Super's been having some really solid mid lane. You know, Monet, I believe as well, Terrorblade is one of his heroes. So
I think one thing that LFY has to be really careful with this game is that they don't have the best Tinker catch. Spirit Stomp can be really effective, but Tinker could even assuming his rearm is high enough, if he gets hit with the Spirit, he can still rearm before the Stomp comes through. He just needs 2 points. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn the overlay off.
that's all right. They pause for us players. We're good.
Okay, thank you.
We missed nothing. We're all good.
Slop that part. Got all the other cool parts
Yeah,
done.
you got the HUD on. Yeah. There we go. Pycat with the drum roll for us there. But no, I think you're right. It's definitely, this is going to be again another real test for Navi. They certainly were tested on their first day of the LAMP. And yeah, I think a lot of focus is going to need to be there on the mid lane. Make sure that Dendy doesn't get crushed by early rotations from DDC once he gets himself to level 2, probably in the jungle, and starts to move around. And that aura buff, of course, going to be lovely for this team.
It's so good on all their heroes. Even TB, he's going to spam conjure images all laning stage most likely. And fantastic for Omni, fantastic for Lina, fantastic for Elder Titan. Ooh, that was a very emphatic they're all dead. I don't know why, that one hit me. Did that one hit you?
It hit you?
Yeah, I felt it good.
I don't know, I've kind of become numb to the chat wheel phrases.
That's a good one. I wish LD was casting this too.
Damn, Purge. Damn.
You can flame me for that too.
Hit me hard there. Blame you. I don't know if LD would fit the analytical position.
Yeah, he can wing it.
Oh,
He's pretty
sure.
good at that.
Yeah. He's 6k.
Is he?
No. He's not 6k. Don't be stop.
They're all dead!
Thanks, Dandy.
Let's never get to stop. Well, I was trying to play how many illusions died this game, but it's not working, unfortunately.
Well, no illusions have died, but.
So I thought something would come. Damage dealt, nothing. Net worth.
Oh, that's smart there. You see, they knew that someone would try that, and he's like, well, if it says 0, nothing's going to appear, unless it's just not working.
Hey, they are all level 1. I'd like to point out, yet it's not showing. What's up with that? What is up with them?
Maybe it's not working. Wait, can you make the sliders go? Okay, no, it's working, but that's not working. Do you want to try and do a poll?
No.
It's quite complex.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like it wasn't made for dumbasses. Like
It actually wasn't. I was like, oh, I'm gonna put some stupid stuff on, and then I was like, oh god, it's actually really complicated.
Who will win? Anti-mage. Let's load this.
Patience from Zoe.
No, see, this is LGD.Forever versus Liquid.
That's fine. We can run this.
So look, if you want to change it, click edit. Like, you can try and learn it. You'll probably be better than this.
Okay, all right.
So this is where you put the question, and then you see in the brackets it says anti-mage to us. But if you put them in brackets,
Okay.
it like makes the little icon appear in this question. So you can put a hero in if you want to ask a question about the hero.
Oh.
Like, you just type the name of the hero and it will prompt it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's about.
What do you want to ask?
Oops, wrong keyboard. Oops.
Oh yeah, wrong.
Ooh, I got 2 keyboards,
You
guys.
nearly
Watch
pressed
out.
unpause.
This is
Tinker.
biased. I'm just gonna say who will win.
Who will win?
Owen's question. We'll
Okay.
keep that.
And then to
Face-
do the
I'm gonna go
options,
Twitch,
you go
okay.
down. You ignore description. That's not what you want to write. You
Okay.
want to write.
Option 2.
You want to write here.
No, here's
No,
LGD.Forever.
because I got taught about this. That doesn't do anything.
Okay.
You need to. You have to represent each team with an icon. Yeah, I don't know, because you got to
Okay.
do it that way. So if you start typing a hero or an item, so what hero item do you want to use to represent each team? Okay, there we go.
One is gonna
Who
be
will win?
Tinker.
Tinker.
One is gonna be Lena.
And then, okay, and then you scroll
Okay,
down, and
yeah.
then that's what you want Twitch to type to vote for Lena.
Oh, okay.
So what do you want to make be the request? So you can type in, just the name or an emote. Do it in all caps though. There
Okay,
we go.
so type.
Exclamation Tinker.
Ah,
It
screw
won't be live yet. It won't
It should
count.
be. It should be.
What do you want to put?
LGD,
Okay.
exclamation
LGD
point
for the Tinker.
LGD or exclamation point Lena. You guys enjoying this
What,
software?
LGD versus Lena?
Oops.
Wait,
Maybe.
what? That doesn't work. But you did LGD for Tinker. Why would you put...
It's fine. 'Cause
Wait, why did you just type Na'Vi for Lena?
That was confusing.
Oh, you're switching this round.
That's confusing.
Okay. Did you switch Tinker
All right,
on
I'm
the
gonna
other one?
flip it. LGD, and this
And
one
this
is
is
gonna be Tinker.
Yeah.
The power of software.
Okay, and then
And that'll be okay. Is that it?
I think you can choose the color. So if you want to like choose yellow, you know what I mean.
Okay.
So who's this one? Who's this? Red or yellow?
Yellow. And
then red for Lena.
Red.
Okay, and then we click save,
Okay.
and then go back. Okay, this is perfectly timed because we can do it as the game begins.
Brutal, savage,
And then
wrecked.
you load it,
Brutal, savage,
and then you
wrecked.
press hidden and inactive.
Reset votes.
Yeah.
It in.
Hey, look at that! Purge polls.
Okay, give me them exclamation
Give me
points.
those. Yeah, we'll get those votes in, and it should appear on that screen. And then when you're done with it, you can just hide it again. But we can see the results.
All right, I'm gonna make it invisible temporarily
Oh.
while we wait for people to vote, and I'm gonna pull that up later
But how will they know how to vote?
because it just left it up for like
What if they
25
tune in
seconds.
now and they see people spamming
Oh,
the chat?
too late.
Oh, they should, yeah. They should have been here at the start. The true fans of Dota 2 who have tuned in since the amazing pre-show we had here.
I think we've received exactly 0 votes so far. I don't know. Maybe it's broken.
Oh, no, we're getting votes.
3
We're
people
getting
voted.
votes in.
Ooh, they're coming. All right, let's focus on the
Let's
game.
focus on the game. So anyway, we're starting off. Let's look at the lanes. As expected, bottom lane, Arfu and Inflame, as they've been doing pretty much most games, running this dual lane, Elder Titan with the Omni Knight. Everything else, what we'll see, DDC, I mean, he's around the mid at the moment, but as soon as the creep's going to come out, he's going to head to the jungle probably. Monet on this top lane. I mean, the TB, is the Terrorblade going to have too many issues with the Darkseer? I feel like he could be on his own.
Terrorblade versus Darkseer. It's kind of bad, but he has a lot of regen, so it's okay.
That's true.
I think he can win it, but it kind of depends more on if the Sardar shows up, I think. Sardar
Okay.
could do a lot of good things. He actually has boots first, so him plus with Iron Shell is actually really dangerous. That's definitely a place where they could pressure the Terrorblade, make good things happen.
Yeah, boots in the backpack, of course, to start with, just to make sure he can get that easier block off in the middle lane for Dandy. And yeah, indeed, we'll see have to see where Seneko does head. If it is going to be up towards the top at the moment, maybe Iron, but maybe just waiting to see and get the confirmation what the laning situation is from LFY.
Oh, Snake's going to mess around mid instead. I guess that works out fine. So there are sometimes some issues, like, and especially the best time to pressure Lina is like level 1 before she gets Fiery Soul and stuns and things like that. Can be very effective, but for now, General's being zoned, and Monet's going to commit his Metamorphosis, help kill the Iron Shell creep wave a little bit easier. And in the offlane, Afu just doing his best to get levels and help the Omni Knight grab what he needs.
But so as you said, but between PyCat and Piver, is there a threat here for LFY? Once they get a couple of levels, they can try and go for Afu.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's super dangerous here. But Elder Titan's almost always going to be the one that gets killed.
He's going to get first blood.
Yeah, it's Elder Titan, guys.
Oh, the south. Is he going to get the right? Oh, they saved him. Oh, they kited him. I can't believe Piver survived that.
That was really good juking there. But that's just Elder Titan, man. He hits super hard. He can cast it on 2 heroes, catch a creep wave, and he can also catch the neutral creeps as well to amp up his damage. He just runs fast with boots and he hits you. But feeding first blood the opposite way is actually a big mistake, because now, with Disruptor having boots because of the first blood, now it's even harder to kill him. So that was kind of a big mistake, but a great juking. Yeah,
really nice from both. Yeah, juking using the salve. It could have really hurt him, but the calculations, they worked out for Piver and Na'Vi. Top lane, how's he going? Money? He is getting the CS, but at the same time, General not feeling too threatened by this lane at the moment. The mid lane matchup, 7 for 1 is what's sort of the Tinkers. Yeah, it's very even between these two. Dendi and Super staying pretty much on the same level at this point in time. Snake grabs a haste ring. It'll be nice to see if we can get something done with it, but it was spotted out by Elder Titan.
It's still level 1 as well. Things are a little bit tough temporarily.
Radiant's top tower.
PyCat's probably not too unhappy with this lane, but Afu's going to take some pressure. Nothing really going to happen there. So just a lot of roaming heroes walking around trying to do their best, but a bit limited on their options.
I'm going to make a bit of a go here onto Inflame on the bottom lane. He's got the Purification and does not have a point of repel. Will salve up in the tree line. Thunderstrike will grab, get him. And Snako with his wraparound. They're going to get themselves a second kill almost certainly down here. We'll get another Purification out there. Look for the stop. Oh! Oh, is that going to save him? He's out of there. Can they chase this one down? Snako is looking for it. Can he get it in time? There is a man going to Purification, and he goes for it. Turns around, and Omni Knight is going to get the kill. Inflame there with the plays, but you got to give the credit to Afu. Coming in with that stomp, sets up one, and he actually gets a second. Biver's caught out in the tree line. LFY, they may have given away first blood, but they've turned it all around with that play.
Yeah, that was so well done. Really effective kill there. The stomp at the last moment, and that's just the scary thing about Omni Knight. Like every 10 seconds, he's got another heal up, and the Mango made the difference.
That was just, I mean, it really is the strength of that Elder Titan, because you have 3 heroes down on the bottom lane who, you know, Na'Vi's side, that they are going to need to be running on the front lines. The Lifestealer and the Slardar, each and every time going to be countered by an Echo Stomp flying in with the Spirit. It's going to put an end to everything that they try. And on the lanes as well, I mean, even though they got that first blood, you know, PyCat, he is suffering in the CS. You know, only 12 at the moment compared to the 21 or so of Monet, and Monet is getting a lot more experience. It happens
a lot when you're in these kind of lanes where you actually have to hit your opponent a lot. And it makes it worse with Omni Knight because you have to hit him so many times. And if that's the case, you're not last hitting, you're not moving around, you're not doing a lot of other things.
Gonna ramp up the game sounds. Probably, ladies and gentlemen at home, can't hear it. That's on 100. I'll put up the master a bit. Should be coming through.
I can hear them in my headphones.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
Yeah, right? I can hear them. You can hear them. I don't know. We got told apparently you can't hear them, but maybe are you guys in Twitch chat, Charlie? I bet you are. Don't be silly, boys.
Should I take 20 minutes to set up another poll?
I think we should.
Twitch chat, can you hear us?
Is Twitch chat struggling in the brain department?
Is that? Maybe everybody's speakers broke at the same time.
Maybe that is.
Much more likely than us making
your speakers are broken.
Dendy on the mid lane. Dendy in the mid lane.
Oh,
you made it. You made it. Dude, thank God that Elder Titan takes a long time to set up kills, because otherwise you would have missed that one 100%.
Thanks, Alfu. Got my back there.
That was like a Night Stalker. Dendy was dead 8 seconds earlier.
Yeah. Oh, what a rotate. I mean, Alfu, making a name for himself. You're being involved in all 3 kills. They know what to do with this Elder Titan, and I'm starting to see why they pick it up as first pick, because I feel like down the line in this LAN, teams might have to take it away from LFY.
And the funny part is the hero was actually picked kind of recently. I think NP played it a lot back when with 1437, as well as SVG. They picked Elder Titan support all the time.
Oh yeah, SVG Elder Titan was pretty legit.
But, I don't know, maybe just different teams, different circumstances. The patch is different, obviously. So there were slight buffs to the hero. Maybe that made the difference.
It's been line though. Pressure is onto Dendi. He's been doing even in the CS now, but now will get punished. The wraparound comes in And I mean, between these three heroes, what do you do? Once that initial lockdown's there from a Frostbite or a Storm or a Light Strike, there's just no escape for a single target.
Elder Titan alone is doing 160 damage from range, and just a Frostbite guarantees that, and the Super does whatever he needs to do. Like, it's such an easy game for Dendy. And the only thing they could do to maybe save him is Disruption, maybe, but they'd have to dodge the Stomp perhaps, and even then, it's like Lina gets the follow-up anyway, so just pretty crappy there for Dendy, and that's going to really hurt his ability to hit normal timing. If he doesn't do that, then they don't have a Blink Infest target, they're not even winning their safe lane, really. They're getting bullied here. Like, everything is just looking really crappy. And it all kind of came down to them not killing that Omni Knight in time. And the Elder Titan also getting kills afterwards.
I'm going to look to make another go here onto him. He's got enough for a Purification or a Repel, but with the Crush. Oh, he's going to turn! Oh, if he gets Pike out, and he will, because look who's here. It's Arfu with the Spirit. Can they get the Omni Knight out? They can't. The Stomp just off the mark. But still, killing Pike out for that? I think you're fine, still continuing to just absolutely crush this Lifestealer.
He actually didn't get much gold there. That was 142 for the Lifestealer kill. They got 387 from the Omni, though. It was a big advantage going back the other way towards LFY, which not too unexpected, considering that we did think LFY is the higher ranked team, unlike Twitch Chat this game. Let me just provide a reminder for that one. Yeah, a lot of you guys were wrong so far. Game's not over. Navi can still win, but the early laning stage was going a little rough.
Yeah, we just got confirmation as well. Apparently the audio is fine on stream. They are idiots, so we didn't need a poll for that. But you're beautiful idiots. We love you. Kappa Pro.
Glad you're here. General in the offlane, actually doing really well in levels. Looked like he had some trouble the first couple minutes, but he's up to level 7 now, so great for him. And he's already got Arcane Boost and Soul Ring. Okay. But that's mostly just because the supports have been busy in other lanes, so naturally he's going to be able to bully more and get more out of his lane. But on the other side, Terrorblade still doing the best. 52 last hits for him, 46 for General, so pretty even back and forth. They're going to look to kill mid again, though. Afu's getting impatient.
A lot of eyes on Dendy. Dendy, he's got to be careful here. They're going to know he's there with the March coming out. They're hunting him down with the Astral.
Run for your life.
Can he escape this one? Perfect position on the high ground, making sure he can't get up there. So Dendy has to be held in the river. Does now have the backup of Seneko and General. Frostbite's there to hold back the Darks here, but they already get the stun onto Super. They'll get one. DDC tries for the TP out, but the vacuum dragback's there. Na'Vi, with the rotation, get the 2 kills.
That was such a good rotation. They put the Iron Shell on Seneko. He started sprinting down, and I think General might have TP'd, perhaps, to the lane. So they had 2 Iron Shells doing damage on top of Lina while she was disabled. It was just absolutely perfect execution. And that gets him pretty heavily back in the game, because that's a really big swing.
They really needed to do that.
I missed the recap, but I mean, let's take a look. Like,
look at the overall damage there with the net worth.
All right, it's
not working.
Maybe I messed it up.
Click it, double click it.
I messed it up. I probably pressed the buttons too earlier.
No, I think you're right. It should work. Oh, well, guys.
We're not linked to the right.
Oh, you did it!
Oh, okay.
It's working.
All right.
There we go. Beautiful. So as we can see, net worth.
I guess you could have done that too by pressing your Y button.
That is true, and I should do that right now. We are, well, we're at 8 minutes to get us a little bit early, but with the pace that is going 9 kills, we're fine to look at the net worth. We'll get that stat up.
So Tinker's still a little bit behind, but that was huge advantage for him. Picks up level 8 from it. Every level that you can get in the early game on Tinker is actually amazing, because extra skill points, you've got so many skills that you want to level up. And he's now about 1,400 away from his booth of travel. Game gets a lot easier after that. He can start pushing out lanes, bullying the Terrorblade no matter where he is. Even Omnia has to be a little worried. He's got to make a hard decision about who gets repelled in fights, for example.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, it's... I guess it depends on turning, because at the moment... Yeah, okay, now that Mone's turning up, yeah. I guess you want to keep the Terrorblade alive, but at the same time, Monet, he has got that Sunder to try and outplay it. And obviously, if Super gets gone on, there's not many ways that Lina can escape without the backup.
They're going to ditch her safe lane, though. Terrorblade rotates down, uses Metamorphosis, and that should be an easy kill. The fact that he's got 4 points in Conjuring Image Metamorphosis, and he's got Thunder right now, it's super impossible for them to defend this. So, farming for the meantime, trying to get Biver 6. Seneco's only 4.
And I don't know if you mentioned this, Purge, but are you liking this? Look at the Omni build.
The fast drum?
The phase drums.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
It's good shit.
Drum's definitely very effective right now. The early game impact it gives is very strong. It gives a little bit of mana regen, which is kind of what Omni needs as well. You'd never see Sir Action Slacks built in the set, and God no, but
is this the anti-slack?
Definitely good, especially because he had a strong lane, like he was doing effective. So he was being very effective in lane. So phase boots, he can chase people down, he can bully them a little bit harder. Like Pycat, again, he can lifesteal from him, but
it's just gonna run away.
He can just heal right back. Yeah. Like the HP swing is so big on Purification, and the fact that he's got Arcanor on top of this, he just didn't have to go as mana focus. You can go a hybrid carry build. Like, so great.
I guess, yeah, you're less likely to see if there's not a CM in the game. Because surely you need to get the mana from somewhere.
Yeah, it's like the perfect circumstances. You have a CM in the game, and oop, there's the Sunder.
Yeah, but indeed, and that's going to be that 3-man movement coming to nothing at all. Monet able to get that off, getting out. And I guess that's the thing, really, between the side. Yeah, Vivo, of course, still level 4, no Static Storm. Not a lot of ways to stop that Sunder. In fact, Seneko, he's having to run away for this illusion. He's got to get himself out of there.
I'd say they're definitely a little under-leveled, but that's just a... Oh, they might get the Lina kill. Maybe. He's got phase boots. This doesn't look good.
He's too speedy. And at the same time up top, Arfu and Inflame, the pretty much one of the beautiful duos that we're seeing come out at Epicenter, getting themselves the kill onto the Darkseer.
It's so good against Darkseer as well, because it's very high armor hero. Purification does pure damage, cuts right through him. And even then, they've got natural order to amp up the right clicks.
Unfortunately, there with the Ancient Stack attempt. Tried to get another one in. Wasn't going to be the case. But yeah, you're right. This, I mean, Elder Titan are now, what, level 6, nearing to level 7, closing in on the completed Dual Scepter. And at that point, the whole map just becomes a bit of a absolute death zone for Na'Vi. If he gets him into a Yule Stomp combo, and at this stage, even just +1 of any of these other heroes, it's going to be a kill.
Yep, that's basically the plan, because planning Echo Stomp right now is pretty difficult. Yule's kind of covers both bases of what Elder Titan needs, a little bit of mana regen. The movement speed's fantastic, and obviously the setup is great. You can start getting solo kills, you can stop Tinker rearms. There's so much value in it. Curious what he goes, though. There's definitely a lot of cool things you can pick up.
See if they can do something top. Arfu, he's got the setup. The wraparound's coming in. Seneko in a lot of trouble. Again, the Spirit out, giving them the vision. DDC and Inflame surrounding him. Seneko, he's not receiving any help up here. They've just got to let him go, Na'Vi. And LFY, again, with Arfu's setup, finding kills. I mean, again, that sleep duration, it's just ridiculous. It allows so much time for the rest of the team to just walk into position.
Yeah, and all it takes is a Lina stun follow-up, and you've got to kill every time, pretty much. So,
LGD.Forever really making massive use of this Elder Titan. And as we can see, top 3 on the net worth all over on the side of LFY.
I'd say Navi's still within striking distance, though. Like, it's not looking amazing, but probably needs a couple good fights. They're pretty far behind in gold, for sure. Like, that's maybe even an understatement, especially because Denny's not close to his blink. He just got his BOTs. But the crazy part is this isn't even a slow BOT by too much. Like, this is around normal timing for Tinker. It's just all the other lanes went so poor, especially the safe lane. The safe lane went really rough. They should have killed the Omni Knight more, but it was just a little bit too outplayed.
They're going to try and punish Monet here, but the walkout, the glimpse will bring him back in. That should be enough with the rockets flying through. Tried to get himself outside the side. Oh, is he going to die? Oh my goodness. They don't get the kill, Purge. Oh, that's got to hurt for Na'Vi.
That was such a big loss. That would have been like a 1,500 gold swing or something getting that kill. The most farmed hero on the team by far, and they burn their cooldowns. What a loss there. I mean, there was a Tinker missile, was there not? Like one more point on the Tinker rocket. Yeah. If he didn't get out of static field in the first, actually, he said max out on the rocket. There's really not much Dendy could have done there, but maybe if he stays in static field the whole time, maybe if they don't have to glimpse him back, they use that later. Like, there's so many things that would have changed that just slightly, but 1 level difference, they would have had that kill. Yeah. What a big loss.
Mone's gonna feel over the moon, as he's closing in on the ultimate orb, Manta style. Then it's gonna be even harder for Na'Vi to pull off those plays. Catch him out.
That might as well have been an Aegis. Like the last 2 times they ganked Terrorblade, neither of them worked. Just barely.
And look at this. I mean, it's just picture perfect. The Yules into the stomp. The backup's there. General's gone. LFY just with incredible execution.
And the only way you can survive that is getting out of Yule's range in the first place. Once it lands, it's over.
There you go.
Arfu's just been playing amazing, honestly.
Yeah, 3-1-4 on the Elder Titan. 7 of the 8 kills. Pretty much, absolutely down to his setup.
He's definitely going to have mana problems for a bit, until his max HP, or max MP goes up a bit.
Look at this, walking into fire. He'll try and take him out of there with the glimpse, but the Metamorphosis from Monet will be enough as he mans up, gets himself the kill. Now with the wraparound, they'll look to use that Metamorphosis to push down the tier 1, and they will take it with relative ease. Bottom lane, Picat's trying to put a bit of split push pressure, but it's not going to be anywhere near as fast as the power that LFY has with Monet fronting the push, taking the tower.
A little surprised that Lifestealer went for a Midas this game, but he's probably thinking about catching up more than anything else. but it definitely will delay his effectiveness until a bit later. But again, if he doesn't even have a hero on his team that can initiate with the Blink Dagger, then it doesn't matter that much, I guess, if he doesn't have Armlet, because he's not going to be in the good fights anyway. So until Blink comes up on Tinker or Slardar, Navi's lineup is definitely a bit harshly put together. They were very reliant on their early game going better than this, in my opinion. But Seneko is doing well. He's up to 1,700 gold. It's only 500 more for him to finish. And Dendi's about 1,000 away from his, so they will get one. And once that happens, things are going to change a bit. As long as they can combo their initiations with, ideally, Disruptor ulti.
Yeah, there's a lot of reliance on Piper to get a good static storm and make sure he has the control. But at the same time, because they do have this Omni, you know, it doesn't matter if you get people, if you don't get the Omni Knight, there's going to be the chance for Inflame to get the save out. GA, the Repel, the Purification, it's nearly level 12 as well. At the second point in the ultimate. It's very hard for Na'Vi to get themselves back into this one.
They spotted Afu at least, so they know that they can split push however they want. But it's such a big threat. Like, if you don't know where Elder Titan is, he could just be waiting in trees, and if he uses you, you're dead. Because after he disables you for 5 seconds after that, that's anybody can show up. Lina can go pretty much anywhere on the map, and if she does, that's a dead hero. So it's such a big threat. It just really limits what Na'Vi can do for split pushing, right? Other than somebody like Tinker being in trees. But even that's dangerous because he can scout with the Spirit and then Yules afterwards, and then Dendi dies. So the threat of the anti-split push is so big this game. Pycat getting slowed though.
Yeah, they're going to pop the drums and just run at this man.
Just needs to slow and run. Although I guess he could just repel off the open wounds.
Very hard for them to come out onto this map, Na'Vi. Any of LFY's members just cause so many issues.
Ooh, Disruptor could glimpse him back if you want to. Yeah, he does. Oh, he meant to dodges it. Are you serious?
Did he actually?
Holy crap.
Oh my goodness.
That was insane.
Frickin' Monet.
And farm slow? Nope, not going to happen, guys.
Things just are not working out for Na'Vi in this game.
Yeah, they're really not. I mean, they do have some really good things later. Vacuum Wall into Slaughter Stun is going to be fantastic. They do a Blink Dagger on Slaughter right now, so it's definitely gank time, I think. Although Lifestealer is walking towards mid, I'm a little unsure why he didn't go with Slaughter, but I guess they're just going for the Disruptor combos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'd think Pycat would want to get involved in this with this Blink reveal. I feel like they need Pycat for the damage. I mean, they will go on to Super. Super, does he have backup? He's got the self-fuels. No static storm for this one. Just throwing everything down to make sure they get a kill, and they will. Get Lina. Now we'll see if LFY can punish this. Afu is going to be taken back with a glimpse, but he still gets the stomp in onto the Disruptor. Biva taken down. The root there onto General. The ult from the Elder Titan flies through, clips him. The right clicks as well from Monet. It's more than enough to secure themselves the double. Na'Vi did manage to bring down the Elder Titan as well, so they get two. Seneko, can he play his way out of this? Oh,
he's, that's not good.
Yeah, he's stuck. Triple kill from Monet.
Very dead hero. I mean, it was ultimately good for them, I'm sure. Like, if you look at the gold swing, it's only, what, 500 for their opponents? But they got
the best fight they've had all game.
They got a little bit more experience than their opponents, just due to them being underleveled.
Yeah.
So I think there's positives and negatives. In the meantime, Lifestealer was probably farming, so...
But the thing is, what do you feel if Pycat was there? I feel like it could have gone a lot better for them. He's got the armlet.
Yeah, possibly, but I don't really see them killing Terrorblade without Static Storm, which is very difficult.
I guess,
or they'd have to have Tinker with good mana pool so that he can do multiple laser missile combos. But they'd have to combo that with Disable, and the only Disable they have right now is Disruptor Silence or Slaughter Stun. So until like Dendi gets a Hex or something, Terrorblade's always going to be an issue. He's definitely vulnerable, or he's definitely able to kill Navi's team.
See, he's in the mid lane. Seneko trying to go for a bit of a play here, held back by the Yules, so not able to control Arfua after he's glimpsed back by Biva.
Perfect skill build on him. Got to max out Aura next. And he's going to go for a pipe afterwards. He's been really prioritizing this item a lot, mostly on Night Stalker, but I do kind of like support heroes that are semi-tanky, like Strength ones, especially buying this. And again, we talked about his perks before. He's got a Strength perk at 10, he's got an HP perk at 15. If he just keeps grabbing these and he puts a resistance item on top of it, like a pipe, it makes it go so much farther than like a Crystal Maiden or a Vengeful Spirit buying those items. So they're going to be really good at 5 mana. In fact, they're buying double pipe. They've done this multiple games. Omni Knight's buying one.
Okay.
And they're going to have Elder Titan buying another one. Buying another one. So good against Tinker. Doesn't stop the laser, obviously, but there will be missiles and there will be marches.
Yeah, it's going to keep Monet pretty safe. It's definitely one of the flaws of the TV being burst down, but at the same time, this is a Terrorblade that's He's about 500 gold away from having his own BKB, so.
With that said, I think Lifesteal has a pretty good timing coming up. Like his farm's still a little bit behind, but he's basically matched all of the leaders other than TB.
He's catching back up Pycat.
And the next item he's queuing up is going to be a Halberd. It's fairly inexpensive, gives him a lot of HP, and the evasion part is super sick because it's going to be a bit until TB finishes his Monkey King bar. And he probably will buy it early anyways, I guess, because he's against a Tinker with laser, but I think it'll still be very good pickup.
Well, Pycat has to be a little careful here.
That's actually kind of disgusting, man. You just can't even touch the Omni.
They're going to chase this one down. Pycat, he does have Rage TP. Is that enough to save him?
He'd have the ulti. Yep, he did it right in time, but it's going to be too late. That's the problem. Earth Splitter's 3.14 seconds.
Yeah.
Pi.
So you got to really preemptively do it.
Is that a thing?
Is it Pi?
Can you relate Pi to Elder Titan in any way?
I don't know. What do you mean? In mathematical terms?
Yeah.
I don't know more other than the number that's Pi. Was it
Maybe there's a meme there. I don't know.
3.145625.
Yeah, you would know that.
That's the only way I know. That's some people know Pi to like 100 decimals.
Oh,
I bet Twitch chat does.
Yeah.
Twitch chat, please spam what Pi.
Let me set up a poll.
Let's get some Pi spam.
Choose the correct option. Which decimal Pi is correct?
There we go. That's how you know if someone's a smart boy.
They do have Lifestealer bundled up into Seneko, and they're looking for kills. They think somebody might TP and stop the split push bottom, but it doesn't really look like they care too much due to Roche going down. And Na'Vi most likely realizes this, which is why they jumped out.
Yeah,
well, they're not here, no point waiting. Might as well just do as much tower damage as you can, and instantly Afu rotates them.
Yeah, they're not even going to get that much done to it at all with the Elder Titan defense holding them back. Pycat will come back in with the Rage, but the Aegis is taken. TP's coming through, and Na'Vi, they've got to back off. They cannot stick around here.
And they put it on Lina, which I think is a smart choice. This is the guy that's most likely to die, so Terrorblade, as long as he's got BKB, he's not going down. They don't have the chain disable required. It's always going to get Sunder off.
They're moving straight across here, LFY. Good for the catch. General does have the Invis rune. Oh, that's beautiful! With that Invis rune, he's outplayed them with the vacuum statics on. Where's the follow-up damage though? There it is! Seneko comes in with the 3-man crush. They've killed one, popped the Aegis. They can't quite get in flame. He gets the GA out in time. Super turns around with the light strike. Now Afu sends the Astrolep to the high ground. Gets the sleep onto 2. Pycat seeing if he can move forward and chase for more. Doesn't seem to be the case. LFY will back up.
Oh, that was so beautiful. That should have been like 3 dead heroes, but man, LFY's in a really good place.
Yeah,
Either
the fact
way,
that they're with the lead that they have means, yeah, they just lose the CM and an Aegis, which is, I mean, still great for Na'Vi because Na'Vi will take what they can get at this stage, but...
Yeah, I mean, and they killed Aegis, like that, super worth it. But they did 4,000 damage in that fight, and LFY only did like 1,700, so huge damage swing. But ultimately, the Aegis kill, pretty fantastic, because now Super is a target. That may make Inflame have to make a hard decision about who he puts Repel on. Because now it's, I guess he doesn't have to worry about Terrorblade, so I guess it's still pretty straightforward, but he could put it on himself, he could put it on somebody else. Interesting choice, he went for experience gain on Omni, which I guess is worth it with the Midas. Probably pays off.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Though, I mean, 60 GPM, it's always, yeah, it really is that GPM that's like, 20% XP is pretty crucial on this one.
It's okay, yeah. I think the 10 and the 15 talent on Omni kind of suck, but the 20 and 25 are really good. He can get 6 mana regen at 20, or the 100 damage.
I guess he takes the 100.
Both are good.
He's got a CM on his team, so...
He does. 6 is a lot, though.
I mean, then you are set.
You are set. Like, you can buy whatever. All right, he's going to buy Lotus Orb next, so I think he just goes to 100 damage, honestly.
Yeah,
most
I
times,
think so.
I would never say this, but he's in such a good position.
I mean, we've seen, especially with the phase runs, we've seen how he likes to just man up against Pycat. And once he's got the plus 100...
I mean, it's still not going to be good, and Pycat will eventually start getting better,
yeah,
but...
For sure, but I'd like to see the plus 100.
And the level 25 is great. More degen aura is fantastic this game. Puts him up to 15% movement and attack speed slow within radius, which is a huge radius.
I mean, the pure damage.
But the pure damage is also super.
It's super good, isn't it?
500. That's a huge swing. You cast on your ally, and nukes them for 500, heals you for... That's a 1K HP swing.
1K.
That's insane.
That is insane.
That's brain sap territory, man.
You got to take it. Especially on an 8-second cooldown. You've got mana for days.
And they're against a Tinker. Like,
yeah.
That could keep Terrorblade alive to get a Sunder off. Yeah, that's definitely the move this game.
If we get there,
it's tempting though.
I mean, if this game gets to the point where Omni's 25, that's the question. And it could do, to be fair, because Na'Vi, they're not too far behind, and they do have a Tinker there. They do have ways of keeping the game going and making it very hard for LFY to break that high.
Now, most of that does come down to them split pushing, though. So that means if LFY wants to stop what Na'Vi's doing, that they have to kill Tinker. And to do that, they're probably going to have to put wards, maybe, on cliffs, or Afu's going to have to get really creative. He's going to buy up a gem next. I thought maybe a blink would be better for him killing Tinker, but obviously it's not really the hugest priority. But they need to push lanes, that way their opponents can't as easily do these like ganks with Slardar plus Lifestealer, and they need to kill Tinker to prevent his split pushing. But he's almost got Axe, so Tinker's pretty much in glory territory. And then the next item build is probably a Hex, I feel like. It's almost too good to pass up. Lincoln's would be really good too, though. Stop Yule's, stop Lina ulti. Even if he gets caught by the stomp, it'll still stop Lina ulti.
It's just going to be a little unfortunate that at the time Denny's got the Hex, the Lotus Orb's almost certainly going to be already out on the Omni.
Yeah, that's true.
So that kind of stuff. But I guess if you Hex him, then that could be a good way to win a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if he hexes himself. That's the best man.
If he hexes himself.
Yeah. Like a Lotus Orb somebody. Because oftentimes you hex and rearm and hex again, is my thought.
You're
so
very quick with the
if you Lotus Orb at the right time, it could definitely happen. Diffusal Blade's the pickup actually for the Terrorblade, kind of interesting.
Alright.
Gives decent. It's actually a really good mana drain for your hero. For illusions, it's less good than it used to be. It's only 8 for range, but I think the reason he picks this up is basically to help him kill Slardar easily, because his team does have disables, but they're a little bit limited. And if somebody like CM dies, and Elder Titan's already used his combo, it's actually really hard for TB to guarantee a kill. So if he just grabs the Diffusal Blade and he turns into range mode and diffuses the Slardar, Slardar's dead almost every time, until he gets Force Staff, that is.
Oh, Tinker.
So I think it's a good pickup.
Then he just got caught out. They grabbed him. Super found him with the Laguna. It's these Yules coming into play. You know, having the Yules on the Super and Arfu, so much catch for LFY.
Looks like he was jungling. Was there an Invis or something? It was an Invis, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, because it seemed like a very aggressive place to get a kill, so it's a little bit of a lucky pickup, because now they're just going to go high ground. And Dendy does not want to buy back right now, because if he delays his Ags by 1,000, that could mean a lot.
Yeah, he didn't invest any money as well, so yeah, losing an extra bit off the top.
Don't always expect that one. Ooh,
LFY.
that was actually so unlucky for Navi. The fact that was an Invis changes everything. Maybe it was a greedy position, but like they're just going to get racks now, 27 minutes. Like, definitely not game.
And
look at that.
He's just going to die. He walks in, but Mono pops the BKB. He's having none of it. And he just turns and gets the kill. Yeah. Takes the Slardar, takes the racks.
Oh, they're going to glimpse him back, though.
Back on the Slardar. Can they do it? Do they have the damage? Do they have the control? They're bringing him into the Static Storm. Oh, great crush as well onto the backline is making sure that there's no response. Seneko with the plays, stopping DDC and Super, putting a stop to that, as Na'Vi will take down Monet. Can they get anything more out of this? DDC trying for the TP out. He will be successful with it. Probably escape with the recipe, but nice play there, getting that Terrorblade kill. Absolutely massive. Who got the money for it? General gets himself a tasty 600. But at the end of the day, they have still lost the racks.
Okay, so Seneko bought back for that one, but I think that's pretty worth it. They're a little bit farther behind in net worth advantage than they were before that racks got taken, but I think that was a decent trade considering the fact that that racks is going down no matter what.
Yeah.
It was a great snack. Like the fact that Terrorblade used BKB there and instantly Na'Vi saw the opportunity. They chase him, he stayed too long, they can glimpse afterwards, and because of that, they get the easy Static Storm and they end up getting a kill. Pycat's got to be a little careful though. He gets Lina stunned.
He'd love to finish off that tower, but he has got to be careful how close he gets. He's going back in, Rage. Still on about 4 seconds. There's the combo on the back line to get the vacuum wall, the crush onto DDC. The illusions are out, pummeling into the CM, but the turnaround's there. Super. Hoop with the Lunar Blade takes down one. GA comes out, and now Arfu and the boys ready to chase back and hunt down Pycat. He's inside the creeps.
Might jump out after Guardian Angel.
He's actually going to try and run his way out of this one. They'll look to chase it. Slowing it down, but they won't pursue anymore. They'll hold back LFY.
Okay. So they get the tower. Still gold advantage about the same as what it was before, but man, all kind of comes back to that Invis rune. But Na'Vi is doing a pretty good job considering what kind of things they're working with here. How close are we to the Ags? Okay, it's finished now. Ags is up. Tinker going for Spell Amp and Int. He's going a little greedy here, didn't opt for the health, but I think it's pretty value when you have this build. Like
for sure,
Spell Amp on pure damage is amazing.
And I guess at this stage as well, it's like if Dendy gets caught, he's gonna die. Like I guess it's hard to say if 225 is gonna save him in a lot of situations.
Yeah, that's a great point. If they have magic resistance reduction, like health is even worse than it was before.
Yeah.
So see what he goes next. But I think a Hex is maybe the goal. But we'll see. Could be lots of stuff. Lotus Orb's up. Inflame's been doing a great job on Omni, keeping people alive with Guardian Angel. Definitely seems like Pycat's a little ineffective, and It's going to pick up a Maelstrom, which I think is a good choice, because at least then if they use Guardian Angel, you can hit people, and if you get a lightning jump, you'll do some damage.
And it's generally pretty nice against a turret.
Yeah.
You're having a bit of magical damage to work around that high armor.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's just kind of effective against both guys. It's effective. This. Ooh, 120 damage on Darkseer.
Oh, I love it.
So I think...
I love that.
You know what's actually good about this perk is pushing towers. Because you can clear creep waves.
120's a lot.
You can clear creep waves so fast on this hero, but when you get to the tower, you're just going to like karate chop it repeatedly. Now, it's like a body slam every single hit.
A body slam. I'd love it if it updated the animation when you took that talent.
Just like drop
Please
elbow
add
it every single time.
Just or just headbutt.
Just give it the chest bump.
Or the double punch. Or
Give
give it more of an uppercut.
I mean, normally I look at Darkseer and I feel like... LFY is taking this, by the way.
They got it.
Normally I look at Darkseer and feel like he's not that effective late game, but this is actually such a good game for him. The Vacuum Star combo, the Vacuum Darkseer combo, the Darkseer ultimate is really good against Terrorblade. That was actually so smart what they did. They TP'd in Inflame. They did the obvious TP with Super, and then they repelled during the glimpse. That was so cool.
Very nicely done there. Just put a stop to Na'Vi trying to pull them apart and get some push on that tap.
And it's not like they're just like, oh wow, we were annoying, nice, good job guys. They know that Disruptor's there, Glimpse is used. Na'Vi now realizes that they just wasted their time, which is just such a better place to be in when you're winning.
Yeah, still with this 8k gold lead, LFY 15-8. But as we've seen, I think, PyCat and Denty have done really well at climbing their way back into this game. We saw the start, PyCat had a very horrific laning phase because of the pressure that LFY were putting on him, but the Midas certainly paid off. It's allowed him to transition to this stage where he certainly is a threat. If his team can enable him, get him involved, which they definitely can with Darkseer, Slardar, Disruptor. Na'Vi have a lot of control in these team fights.
Yeah, they do. Terrorblades, Manta Diffusal, almost Scotty now, so he's going the full agility value build. But he's still having some evasion problems against Lifestealers, so I'm kind of curious if PyCat will grab it, the evasion at 20. I feel like he should go movement speed this game, actually, because there's just no way.
I don't know,
there's
50?
no way that Terrorblade doesn't get an MKB at some point.
You think?
Against the Tinker, there is no way. He's got a BKB.
You don't think he feels the BKB is enough?
He's got a BKB and he's got a Manta. He's got two good solutions. But I still feel like you need an MKB at some point, because you will run out of those things. Half the time you're going to use Manta just to make illusions in the first place. So I think he has to get that eventually.
I really like this, a big item pickup around the corner for Viper as well. He's nearly got his Aghanims on the Disruptor this game.
Sniko thinking about getting a kill top. I think the only person that kills Elder Titan, and even then it's hard. The Inflame is in the area. I'm sorry, which item are you talking about?
Ags on Disruptor, nearly done.
Yeah, I saw that. Slowly picking it up, but he's getting there.
He's nearly got it.
Went for the cast range perk, but it'll work out eventually. And Na'Vi just instantly killing the creep wave. Yeah, they know what's at stake here. They don't think they can fight yet, and that's absolutely the case. It's so hard against what Omni Knight is putting out. Even Lina has a BKB now, so they're going to take a tier 2, and Na'Vi's going to do their best to keep creeps away from the tower. The rest of the towers, that is. So they'll get the tier 2 fine, but it's not going to mean that they can go into the racks.
Yeah,
do they have any creeps? One little range creep. All right, they got about 15 seconds after this range creep dies to hit buildings. All right,
instant.
Start the clock. And
I'm timing it. What, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1.
Okay.
I was a little quick on the counting.
Fast counter, man. I like that PyCat stayed top as well. He didn't just instantly TP back.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of that. He's got like 3 full waves out, just keeping himself up there.
Hung on the air. Yeah. But that's because Earth Splitter doesn't come off fast enough. He knows that he can always rage TP. Is there anything that can go through it? Eggs Laguna, maybe? Eggs
in terms
Refresher,
of stopping the TP?
Laguna, yeah.
No, but yeah, damage-wise, sure. But I mean, even at that, it's not, I guess if they've got a TV being into a Metamorphosis, then there's they've definitely got the damage, yeah, for sure.
Elder Titan's not that great against Lifesteal, but it's still like 7 armor. They're doing some damage here to Omni Knight, but now PyCat's doing decent. Like, he actually had to cast some spells on the Omni there to force the PyCat TP. So PyCat's got to be pretty happy at this point. And once he picks up AC, things get even better for his team. And this is something you have to do against a Terrorblade. You cannot build like agility items, stat items. You have to get plus armor items because everybody on his team, they're going to have way less armor. Disruptor, it's going to go from 3 armor to 0 armor. How do you stay alive, Owen? How is it possible?
So
once you grab an AC, everybody's going to have 5 on the top, which is going to really help offset what Elder Titan accomplishes for armor reduction.
And even if it's not just necessarily keeping them alive, but, because they're probably still going to die, but just giving them that fraction of a second to get off their spell.
Make a big difference. Starter actually has 10 base armor. It's huge. That's going away. He's going to have some survivability problems, actually. But AC plus starter ulti, that'll be good. They're going to heal somebody mid, though.
PyCat. He's going to get clipped here by the ultimate. Monet tried to commit. Go with the quick and fair stand force out. Seneko takes him back to safety.
Starter said, get in me, and you forced him into himself.
Damn.
Do you think he used Infest on purpose? Oh, they might kill Lina?
He's going to buy some time with the self-heals, and there's a lot of LFY here, so Na'Vi do have to be careful. Seneko just getting Laguna straight up. General comes in, vacuum into the two-man static storm, but have they got the follow-up damage? They haven't. On the sidelines, the freezing field comes out, forcing Na'Vi to back up. Seneko's down. Monet heads up, lands the light strike as well from Super, clips PyCat. They get the double kill for the Lina, and the rest of Na'Vi is sent packing back to the base. LFY open up another Tier 3 and Rax push.
It was such a good team fight read there by half of Na'Vi, but the other half wasn't ready. The Rage on and Lifesteal had already been used. If it hadn't, he could have ran in there and got a double kill, but it just wasn't the right time. They had to wait things out, and Na'Vi disjoints. They're going to try to hold, though.
PyCat's trying to come in onto this one. Does he have the damage? It does not look like it, especially with the GA. He's got to stay in that creep. He does not want to come out until at least the GA's gone on the sidelines. They've caught out Dendi. Dendi does have buyback. He's down for 70 seconds. Snake back in 4. The disarms out onto PyCat here. Rage drawing himself away now and turns back towards Afu. Coming in, Snake looking to try and get the crush. Does manage to land onto Monet, but the cheese is eaten. Now Monet turns. The Skadi slow, causing issues for PyCat as he's tied it up for the bit. Dendi trying to get the rearm combination out. Monet gets the Sunder onto Biver, back up to full health. And he will get himself away back to safety. Or maybe not. The glimpse is there. He's in the field. Na'Vi, can they actually take him down? PyCat TP's in. They've got the control. He's going to go for the repel. TP out. They've got nothing to go through it. Nice play there from Inflame, getting back in to save the Terrorblade. General is going to go for the chase down, see if they can punish the Omni Knight for this. The drag back, trying to get him in range of the open runes, and they will. PyCat's there. They surround him. Inflame, he's going to try and make them work for it as hard as he can. He's got the purification. The repel, it's not enough. Na'Vi will punish him, but his sacrifice was there, saving Monet.
It's just costing Na'Vi so much for these little mistakes, and now they're 2 rack sets down. Really bad place to be. It was so close to being good, and I think Biver did have his Static Storm Ags for that last engagement, just they didn't have the damage to follow it up.
They really didn't. They, as you said, it was pretty much the darks, you know, Biver in general are like, let's go!
Yeah.
But PyCat and Zenny just not in position to lay down the damage, and they need it. They absolutely need it.
I think Terrorblade got off 2 Sunders in that fight as well. The first one was on the Lifestealer for the easy kill. The Skadi is paying off so well, just because once he turns on Metamorphosis, it's almost impossible actually for Lifestealer to fight. Because if he just gets ranged hit, he is ultra slow. Makes it worse that CM's probably in the area too.
And look at this as well, at Super, he's got his MKB
They're smoking, by the way. They're going to engage top.
Oh, let's see if Na'Vi can do this. This could be big if they catch Monet away from the majority of the team. But the BKB! He was so down quick on that. It comes out before the crush. And Monet, he's going to be fine. He's even thinking about turning and fighting. He's got backup on his way. Super pumps the BKB. The sleep setup onto 2. Grabs General. Gets PyCat as well. They hammer into him. The Static Storm's out, but it doesn't matter. The BKB was already used for Super, so the Static Storm does nothing. The Yule setup, as now they're looking for more. The Light Strike combo's on point, and LFY find a third. That BKB reaction timing from Monet and the backup of LFY once again outplaying Na'Vi.
And Super's finally at the point where he's actually a core himself. He picks up a Monkey King Bar. He hits really fast. He's going to proc a lot of mini stuns, and it's going to cut right through Lifestealer. He did end up grabbing the 15% evasion talent, but this is going to get useless real soon.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You said you would have liked to see the movements been, with him having an MKB and Monet nearly having his. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because this is already looking very grim for Na'Vi. They've got no life stealer for 50 seconds. The buyback will be there from General. Does get the vacuum onto Super, but still they move forward. The GA's out. They'll take down Dendi. General and Biver being forced back to the base, but they get stunned up, and Na'Vi tap out. GG is called, and LFY here with the first game of the first series, getting another victory on this extra day of EPICENTER at LFY. I mean, these guys, they're looking pretty damn good, Pose. These guys are hot. They're so coordinated and they play so well as a team.
Yeah, I really like the Lanian setup they did, the Omni Knight last pick.